Hello, good morning. My name is Kaylee Phelps, and I am excited to welcome you to the celebration space where today we are talking about why is it even important to get organized. I think this is my 6th week, maybe 7th week of doing live videos every weekday morning. I took a week off. I took yesterday off for Labor Day and hope everyone had a great long weekend. But really, I wanted to get down to the brass tacks of why do I do these videos? Why do I think it's important? This is the mission of the business that I started during a global health crisis. And this is also something that I think is important for anyone that I'm speaking with, whether it's just me talking to camera and you're watching this live or you're watching this at a later time. But I think it's important for you to know why getting organized is important to you, why you want to start this journey, or maybe you want to keep up with this journey, or maybe you want to restart this journey for yourself, and why I put 3 things together: live, gather, thrive. So the space where you gather your mental state and how you gather with other people, whether it's hosting in your home or hosting an event, why I put those together, and how I think it makes a difference in the world. So I wanted to start out by telling you why I think getting organized is important to me. And I said that I want to be efficient. I want to be cost efficient. I want to make more room in my days. I don't want to have to double back in my kitchen. I don't want to have to look for things all over the house. I don't want to feel out of control. That was another thing that I said. And so I wanted to be cost efficient, I wanted to be environmentally friendly, and I wanted to feel control and feel confident in my environment. And I found it really funny when I was writing down all of these things and looking back and thinking about this conversation with y'all. At no point did I write down, I want it to be pretty. I don't want to be organized for you coming into my home, or for Instagram, or for Facebook, or for any of these videos. I want to be organized for myself, much like I get ready for these videos. I am in my home, I am in a global health crisis, there are blowers going outside. Lisa, I'm glad that you agree with all of those things. And I'm sitting in my house and I put on some makeup. I actually put some effort into my hair. I put on earrings, and I'm doing it for myself to feel confident, speaking to you, speaking to a camera in my dining room. I'm not doing it to make you feel, maybe you feel like I'm more of a professional because I look this way, but really I'm doing it for myself and to feel confident. And that's what I look at organization for, is I want to feel like in my space, I know where everything is, I can be efficient, I'm not buying multiple of the same thing over and over again and then kicking myself when I'm like, oh my gosh, I already had that, I can't believe I did that. Or I get back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot to get that thing at the store, I can't believe I forgot that. So that's one of the big reasons for me that I think that this is important. And I put together the 3 tenets of the celebration space: live, gather, and thrive. Your space where you live, how you gather with other people, and how you thrive in your mental state, and in your schedule, in your routines, and how you live within these 4 walls of your own brain. Because I think that when the tide comes into harbor, all of the ships rise. So what that means is, I think that when you decide that you want to get organized in one area of your life, it will bleed into those other areas of your life too. When you decide that you want to tackle, I'm sorry if you're hearing all of those blowers outside. They're getting organized and creating celebration space outside my apartment, I guess. Monday mornings is when it normally happens. It's a Tuesday after the holiday weekend, and they are right outside. But I think when you decide to tackle your junk drawer, something happens where you have to face some realities about yourself. And you have to look at what's in that drawer. You have to get that organized, and that is a confidence builder for you. That's gonna make you feel a lot better when you just tackle that drawer. It's gonna make you want to look at what other areas of your home and maybe your life that you want to get organized. It's gonna make you look at maybe, oh, I have all of this stuff in this drawer, but why did I even put it there in the first place? Could it be somewhere else? Oh, I have like 8 different sets of scissors. Why do I have so many sets of scissors? Do they need to all be in this drawer? Could I put them in another place? Figuring out some different things and challenges that you might have where you're always looking for scissors when you're in your office and all of your scissors are in your kitchen. How can you create efficiency and make it so that you feel more in control and you can save yourself time by not looking for those things, by feeling more confident in knowing what you have and knowing where to go in your home to have that? So I think that for me is also another point. Sorry, these blowers are so loud. They literally just came right under my apartment. It's okay, the show goes on. Another point I want to make is that for me, inertia is a huge part of my life. So once I get going in a certain direction, kind of like the ships in harbor, when I am focused on organizing and maintaining my home, oh, thank you. I'm so glad it's not as loud for y'all. But when I'm focused on one thing, when I'm focused on getting my space organized, and once I feel I have accomplished that, I feel like I can keep moving forward, and I feel like once I get this space into a place where I feel good about it, my inertia and what my brain tells me is, okay, I want to keep it that way. Like, don't stop. Like, keep going. You don't want to do another big cleanse. You don't want to do another big clean. Try to do what you can along the way and sustain this as much as possible. Same with, for me, I haven't talked about making appointments or some of your headspace things. I've talked about creating routines. I've talked about some elements of headspace. I usually do those videos on Mondays and then event videos on Thursdays and then kind of a combination in between. But I really think when I'm making a doctor's appointment, luckily I got all of my doctor's appointments out of the way in January, but really when I sat down I was like, okay, I need to go to the optometrist, I need to get my eyes checked. And then I was like, okay, wait, let me sit down and get organized. What other doctor's appointments do I need? When was the last time I went to the dentist? When was the last time I just had a physical? And getting that inertia, getting that momentum, and then, factoring in, looking at other spaces in your life where that might be important. So I think that is something that also, once you decide to get organized, it can affect seemingly, so we're talking about organizing stuff, and then we're talking about creating routines. And that might seem silly to some of you, but it's also something that I promise will affect other areas of your life if you really sit down. For me, being organized really equals being intentional, because it's reflecting on what's going on in your home, in your mind, and how you collaborate with other people. And it's really about, okay, I'm gonna look at my schedule this week. How much time did I spend watching TV? What are my goals? What do I want my routines to be? What can I do to get more organized in that? What can I do to set routines, set some boundaries? Maybe it's, hey, I really wanna work out, I really wanna go to the gym, but I have no time. If you sit down and get organized and look at your schedule, you're gonna make the time. And if you get organized and you make the time on your calendar and you set out your clothes and you work with a trainer, Tyler, speaking of which, is at the gym right now with his clients. Check out Buckingham Fitness, of course. But it's one of those things that even with your food, it can be something where you want to get healthy, but if you never get organized with the food that you keep in your house, if you want to drink less, if you don't want to, during quarantine, many of us have had to fall back on some coping mechanisms. If you're having a glass of wine every night and you're like, hey, I want to stop doing that, I can feel that I've gained some weight during this time because of it, getting organized, looking at what you have in your house and either putting it away, out of sight, out of mind, or just choosing not to buy that stuff anymore. Getting organized with your meal plan, with some different things. It's not just your physical environment creates the environment that you're going to live in here, and it's also going to create the environment with which you relate to other people when they come into your home, or it's going to take what you live in, when you feel confident with just like when you feel confident in your headspace and how you feel about yourself, you're gonna feel more confident out in the world. When you feel more confident in your home and it's your paradise and you feel good about that, you're gonna feel better about that when you go out into the world as well. So that is something that I also want to note, is that your normal is not the same as mine. The celebration space is not here to convert you to my way of organization. I think that I geek out on this stuff, so really what the celebration space is about is me trying a bunch of different things, seeing what sticks, seeing what I find has created efficiencies in my life and has made a really big difference in my home and in my headspace and in the way that I create and gather with other people, whether it be a large event or just hosting people for a weekend. And it's really about me sharing my life experiences with you, seeing if any of it sticks with you. And also, I would love for you to share your life experiences with me. Tell me what works for you. Tell me things that I maybe don't know about your normal. My normal of organization looks a lot like this, and it's not what a lot of professional organizers might tell you. Not all of my spices are in the same jars. For me, I know that I can feel organized and efficient without buying things, but I also know that there are some products that have made a huge difference in my life, which is why I created a recommended products page on the Celebration Space website, because for me, I wanted to have products that I vetted and I knew worked for me and worked for other people that were, I think, like 95% of them are under $30, and you can get them off Amazon. And I included instructions on how to make your Amazon packages more environmentally friendly, so you can buy all the things and get them all in one package with as little plastic as possible, or you can add them to a wish list. We're coming up on the holidays, different things like that, where I think you need to reflect on what organization looks like to you, what makes you feel good about it. If for you, the goal is to make it look pretty and you just want it to look pretty for you and no one else, go to the Container Store, get all the things. You're gonna be able to make it look very lined up. You're gonna be able to do all of that, and I'm happy to help with that as well. I do geek out on, making things look uniform, but that's, at the end of the day, I want you just to love your home, love your space, feel confident, feel like you're efficient, feel like you're getting time back, and feel like you are confident in your home and how knowing what you have, knowing what you need, knowing where you want to go with your space, with your headspace, and how you connect with other people. And yeah, I think I kind of talked about this a little bit, about how when you're getting organized and you're sitting down and you're writing about your schedule and what you want that to look like, or you're thinking about an event and you're writing down all of the things that you need to do for it, from catering, from food, from all of these aspects. When you're sitting down and you're doing all of these things, it might seem really overwhelming, but living an organized life is really living an intentional life. So you're sitting down and thinking about, what do I need to do to create a plan to accomplish a goal and do it with the most efficiency and the least amount of stress as possible. So at the end of the day, that's what I believe in as far as what organization means to me, why I thought it was important to create a business around it and help other people really accomplish those goals and feel that confident feeling, whether it's within their homes, within their headspace, or in their events and hosting. And I hope that might help you shift perspective of, getting organized can be this silly thing that I do with my stuff, and it's not that important. But when you sit back and you think about, okay, yeah, like I do get down on myself when I forgot that appointment, or I do get down on myself when my car's a mess and I don't want to pick up any of my friends in it, or I do get down on myself when I can't find my keys for the millionth time and it makes me late. I think when you look at it from the perspective of really living intentionally and getting to a place where you feel really confident in all three of those areas, that is creating celebration space in your life, creating celebration space in your home, in your mind, and how you relate to other people. So that is what I have for you today. I do want to get better about my sign-offs. I have a YouTube channel, I have an Instagram, I have these live shows on Facebook if you're perhaps watching on YouTube or in another place. I do have the blog that comes out every day, so that is something that I really would love for you to check out. So please subscribe. Please, the more you like this stuff, the more other people can find me and create more celebration space in your life. And I just got a question. Can you repeat the 3 areas? So the 3 tenets are live, gather, and thrive. So live is where you live, your physical space. Gather is how you gather with other people, whether they're coming into your home, whether you're setting up an event with other people, how you gather with other people and organize the needs for that group. And then thrive is your headspace, your scheduling, your organization, how you maybe manage anxiety or things going on within your head, or maybe how you manage a team, how you handle all of those different things. So that is all I have for you today. Again, please like, subscribe, do all the things, check out the blog, check out the website, check out the recommended products page, all of those good things. Any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And until tomorrow morning, enjoy celebrating today.